Come one, come all. You are now plugged into the Aux, your weekly source of hip-hop, rap music, and everything underground. Roll yourself up something potent, pour yourself a drink, get yourself comfortable. We finna chill.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to a very special episode of the Aux Podcast. As always, it's your boy Stilo, aka OG Homunculus, out here, wintertime, fucking chilling in the frigid wasteland. We are here with none other than cropscropscrops and Vaygrnt. How are we doing today, fellas?
Doing good. Doing good.
Solid, man.
Yes, ma'am. Same fucking shit, different day, you know?
For
Out
real.
here getting shit done, fucking losing our minds by the daily, but not as much as I normally lose my mind. So that's a win. Yeah. As per a little tradition of my show, I always like asking my guests, what have y'all been listening to recently? What's been in the headphones?
You go
wanna go
first. I gotta double check.
Me?
I gotta double check. Yeah, you
Thanks,
first.
Yeah, good question. I mean, just coming off yesterday, I've been listening to the new By Storm project that just dropped yesterday.
So fucking
I don't
good.
know if either of you guys have checked it out yet,
So
but
good.
it's
dude.
dope.
Yeah.
It's cool.
It's crazy. I was never a big injury reserve guy, which I feel like I missed out on just because, I don't know, I never really listened to it. Going back and listening to this and then the other albums for context is like fucking ridiculous, dude. That shit
Yeah.
is nuts, man.
Yeah, there's definitely a big change now. So I've been listening to that, and then I don't know, in the winter,
Mm.
I jump between dark raps and I don't know, but listen to softer stuff. Like, you guys know Men I Trust.
Oh, I
is a
love
band.
Never
Yeah.
Trust. Yeah, totally.
I've been rinsing one of their. I think they dropped 2 projects last year, and one of them
Yes.
I've been rinsing. So I've been listening to that. What else? Just looking through my Spotify.
They did
Blood Orange.
Oh,
is
dude.
a-
Yeah. The new Blood Orange record from last year is fucking crazy, man.
Yeah, it's good. The one I always return to is Angel's Pulse, which is weird because I don't know, it's short songs. A lot of them just feel really brief, ideas, but I don't know. It has crazy replay. So I was listening to that this morning. Yeah.
That's a crazy fucking one, actually. Low key, I know everyone's really big on Negro Swan, but Angel Pulse is fucking nuts, dude. Like, fucking nuts.
Yeah. For real. What about you, Vagrant?
Been listening to that Ear project a lot.
Right on. Yeah.
I
Oh, yeah.
love the album. I
Yeah.
think it's a great
gonna
one.
check
That's,
it out.
that's some of the freshest electronic stuff to come. I don't really know what it is about it, but it's just good.
It's
just,
great.
It's just really enjoyable. Yeah.
We talked a little bit briefly about it. I went and gave it
Yeah.
a little fucking, a little sniff, if you will. Nuts, dude. Nuts.
Yeah.
Nuts.
It's
nuts.
really
Totally
good.
forgot. I need to
It's
do that right
very
after this.
fresh.
You keep bringing it up. Yeah.
It's been
And that's
influencing
just
a
the
lot of my
craziest
music
name.
recently.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What?
Ear.
Yeah, Ear
Fuck it, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, that's just it. There's nothing else to it.
They're going to
Yeah.
have a
That's a good
spin-off
one.
band 5 years down the line just called Nose or something, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. And I love it
That's it.
too because I feel, especially with the music that we're about to get into, the project that we're about to get into, you can tell that y'all don't just listen to hip hop. There's definitely a lot of other shit going on at the same time, and I live for that kind of shit personally. You know what I mean?
A lot of that.
Oh fuck yeah, dude. Fuck
Oh, yeah,
A lot of this one up here.
totally.
For real. Yeah. You know, another one in line with that. If you listen to Quickly's new
Lo-
album from last year,
I haven't listened to the new
No.
one, but I've heard parts of
Dude,
it. It was really good.
honestly, I was when I was going through the 2025 releases, I was going back to that one, and it there's parts of that remind me a lot of
It's
the
very
microphones. And
yeah.
Philadelphia.
Word. Okay.
Check out the last song is a longer, and I swear it sounds like it could have came from what's the recent Mountaineer microphones one, the one with the
Night Palace.
Night Palace. It literally sounds like it
That
could be
one's
pulled from
great.
there.
I saw that one
Word.
live.
Okay.
Yeah, that album's really good.
I
Honestly.
gotta
Yeah.
tap in. I gotta tap in. I would
Yeah.
imagine it's kind of perfect for this weather as well, right?
Yeah.
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
I think that's
Okay.
why it hit. Another wait, because I feel like we're not shouting a lot of hip hop. The Cavalier scene. I've been really like getting tapped into that the past few weeks as well.
Yeah.
That project's really good too.
It's fucking wild, actually, man. People don't
Yeah.
give Cavalier the flowers he deserves, I think. That dude is fucking nuts, man.
Yeah, he did crazy. Was it 2024 at this point?
I think
Because
so.
now it's 2026. Yeah, where
Yeah.
he dropped 2 projects.
Because
Yeah,
that was
they're both
different
pretty
type time and
good.
yeah,
exactly.
yeah. Both of those are fucking nuts, dude.
Very
Yeah,
good. Yeah,
totally.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys are big on Mary Sue, but
Yes.
dude, like,
Bro, we were
dude.
just talking about Mary Sue.
Yeah.
We were just talking about Mary
literally
Sue.
like 2 days ago.
Right
or
on.
3 days
He's
ago.
fucking
Yeah.
brilliant, man. He's been one of my biggest ones. I found out about him just with Porcelain Shield Paper Sword last year. And then going back to voice memos from Winter in China, like during the winter time, has been like fucking crazy, dude. Yeah, type shit.
Maybe we can get into it later. I actually hit up Mary Sue for something on this project, but it fell
Yeah, I
through.
was gonna say.
shit. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, bet. Yeah,
It
we'll get
fall
into it.
through.
It fell through, but yeah, that's actually. Anyways, I can drop a little bit
Yeah.
later if we talk about the song, but maybe I'll point
Yeah.
it
Sick.
out.
So for relative me getting back on track, for people who aren't familiar with the either of you, quick little introduction of who you are, the music, the sound, the inspiration, the whole shebang, if you will.
I answered the first one first. You go, Vagrant. You go. You handle this.
Yeah, I'm Vaygrnt. I produce. I don't really think much about it.
Type shit, actually, man. Just going on vibes and the feeling.
Yeah, I can't even lie. Like I'm sure I'm influenced by the things I'm listening to, like the way everyone else is, but I never put any thought into that, like at all. I'm just like I just open FL.
Yeah, and just start going fucking crazy. That's so real. That's so real, man.
Crazy, underline crazy is the important part right there.
I feel the best art is just made from vibes, though, low key. You know what I mean? Like, if we get technical with it, like, fuck it, bro. Let me just do my bullshit.
I think the intention and like unveils itself as you make it. Like if you can't really like I'll kind of figure out what it means to me after the fact, because if I go and think I'm gonna make something that's really deep to me, you know, it's just garbage. It's always garbage. Every time I go with some shit like that.
You got
100%. That's actually wild because we've never talked about that, but I would echo that in writing as well. Anyways, so to back it up, also cropscropscrops,
the 3X
rapper, 3X rapper. I'm based out of Montreal, but I'm originally from Ohio, Columbus. So shouts out the Midwest too. Tend to be in like I like Vagrant. I don't know. It's hard to like pin down how to describe your own stuff. I haven't put too much thought into it, but I feel like I landed like the abstract type kind of rap lane. Yeah.
Sorry to cut you off, but with getting familiarized with both of your work, it's hard to kind of put it into one genre. You know what I mean? It's hard to kind of even put it into words sometimes. Like even, especially with this joint that we're gonna get into, it's very much so like more of a feeling than anything, and there's a lot of different sounds, a lot of different ideas going on, and like that shit is just crazy fucking ill. Like it's so fucking sick, dude. Yeah, I've mentioned it before. This podcast is me glazing my guests for an hour and 10 minutes usually.
We're here for it.
Yeah, man. Nice. Yeah. So
but thank you.
Of course, man. Of course. Getting right into it as well, we are here today to talk about your guys' most recent release, We've Been After Each Other, which came out, oh my god, it was like early to mid-January, right?
Oh,
yep, the CD
is
right.
Big. I don't even have one yet.
I'm world's first out here.
That's hard as fuck, actually. That's so fucking sick, man. That's tough. This album is, you gave me an early cut of it, like I want to say it was around December of last year. And literally ever since then, it has been steady in my rotation. I listen to a cut off of it, like at least 2 to 3 songs off of it every day kind of thing. Like we're talking about like wintertime music and that kind of vibe. This shit is so fucking perfect for the time that we're in now, and I know is going to be one of the ones that stick with me for a while. It's fucking wild what you guys did, man. It's such a cool record, and this is your second collaborative, like full-length project with From Here Out There coming out mid 2024, I want to say, right?
Actually, Jan too. So
Oh shit, right on.
basically 2 years almost to the day. There was like a 2-week difference between them. Yeah.
Which is fucking crazy, man. It's so cool. And getting into it, like, you can tell the synergy that you guys have as music creators, as musicians, and also the growth that I feel the sound has gone through as well. And I'm fucking stoked to get into this thing, man. So with it being out for about a month now, how are both of y'all feeling about the reception of it?
Surprised.
Yeah.
Word, right on.
I didn't think. I mean, you know, I don't know. I didn't expect so many people like there's like articles and it's like Bandcamp and like this shit and it's like I didn't think I'd be talking about it so much. You know, I didn't really think I don't know. It's very surprising that people actually like it as much as they say they do.
Word, yeah.
Yeah,
I get
it's
that.
cool.
I can't lie, I get that.
It's for sure cool. One, thank you also even for letting us talk about it. But it's super. Yeah, it's cool. I feel like we've both dropped like so much music at this point that you kind of get used to just like dropping stuff. It goes in the ether and then you continue, and that's just like the path of like making stuff. And so it's been cool to I feel like we worked to have this one a little bit sound a bit more like foundational to like I don't know who we are as artists. And so we put a lot of time into it, and so it's been cool. It's been like gratifying to see all of that and surprising as fuck. Like yeah. Also, we can cuss, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Fuck that shit, bro. Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I don't have I can't watch myself. Bro.
I just remembered. I was like, wait, did we?
Yeah.
We probably did. But anyways, yeah, it's been crazy. It's been really. It's been really cool.
Totally, man. Like even when this thing was coming out, I believe I first started listening when it was right before Anatomy Angels dropped. Like I want to say a couple weeks before, or not even a couple weeks, a couple days before Anatomy Angels came out. And I was talking about this thing a lot. I'm like, yo, like I have a cursed ass Discord server. We don't really got to get into that because it's a fucking Discord server. But I always post about like music that I'm really listening to, and everyone who tapped in like with the singles and with the album eventually like have fucking loved it. It really is something that I know a lot of people close to me, a lot of people who kind of operate within the same sounds that I do, have been just absolutely vibing with it. And like, yeah, it really goes to speak on the quality of the work, man. Like it's good fucking shit, dude. It's dope. It's dope. And all the good reception is so very well deserved. Like, yeah. It's early in the year. This is already going on my like album of the year considerations lists, if I'm being real.
Let's go.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah. I was gonna say though, because I know we had this kind of goes back to even to our introductions, because we had told you last time, but just because you mentioned Discord, yeah, we even like shout out Discord because we met over Discord. We met just passing beats back. It was I think it was a JPEG Mafia Discord, and then we talked a little bit about that last time. But yeah, just for a little bit of context about like how we started working together, even too, I think it's important.
Which goes to speak kind of about the beauty of the internet as well, because you do have cursed ass places like the Oxcord Discord server, but then a lot of beautiful shit can really happen like that. Like the fact that y'all are tapping in internationally, making some of the craziest music, just sending fucking demos and beats back and forth. Like from the outside looking in, I would have thought that you guys have been friends for like 10 plus years, have made like fucking 17 studio albums, you know what I mean? Like it's crazy, man. Because we'll definitely get into it later, but I cannot stress enough how well the production and the raps and the whole atmosphere of everything like complements each other, and how cohesive it feels and like intentional. It's fucking crazy, man. And like knowing that the both of you just kind of operate on vibes makes that even more like special, I think. It's crazy, man. It's fucking crazy. So I guess kind of for me, starting from the abstract, going down a little into the more specifics, I was like asking broad questions. I described this album as an aimless pilgrimage through a forest, searching for nothing but finding yourself. And that is definitely some heady fucking psychedelic bullshit. But would you say that kind of sums up the atmosphere you guys were trying to create?
Yeah.
I mean,
do you want to go? You give your thoughts, and then I can give my thoughts after.
A lot of these instrumentals, some of them were created a few months before the albums came out. Some of them are years old, like at least like a year or two. But I'm generally chasing after like a similar mood for like a lot of the music I make is very samey with itself, and we kind of whittle it down from being well. If you look at my whole body of like when I have an untitled playlist of 200 songs, you know what I mean? Like there's a lot that are very similar, and we whittle it down to make it kind of feel fresher. But yeah, I'm generally just chasing like, I mean, I come from like it's a very woodsy place in New York where I'm at, so I'm kind of just making that. That's a lot what I listen to. That's all I'm inspired by. So
yeah, I think that's how we ended up working together so naturally, because I think we chase a lot of the same ideas and thoughts. I think that the way I was kind of picturing it, and I knew that he was going to come with well crafted like atmosphere and vibe. So from my end, like just being the one like writing the words, it was like, how can I craft this into a narrative or like something cohesive? And I think that where I was kind of picturing is it's actually funny. There's a picture that he sent me like 2 years ago talking about From Here Out There, which is a picture that he took of like a bird out on the ocean, I think, right?
That the one of the is that the one that became the cover?
Yeah, I'm talking about the one that became the cover.
Yeah,
okay, so then there was an
house.
Yeah. So there's another picture that he gave me, or that when we looked at pictures, which was like actually on the beach, and it's like rocky, and on the inside is like the woods and whatnot.
Yeah.
And like the way that I was kind of framing like going into this project is like that last one was we were looking out into the water. Now let's just like turn the camera and go into the woods. And so like for me, the inspiration really came from like a picture that he shared, and we could talk a little bit more about it like from song to song, but like what I really just wanted to do is every time I wrote or made a song to one of his beats, I put myself like in that spot. Like I wanted to like visualize being in that exact area, and it kind of just like sprouted from there, I think.
Totally, man.
I think we're both very inspired by similar imagery. Like I think a lot of our sound comes from imagery more than other sounds.
100%.
Yeah, I can absolutely see that. Like I of course an album cover / like visuals going into an album is one kind of tiny piece of the whole idea, the whole body of work, but that definitely makes a lot of sense because both albums that you guys have done have been very like invoking of that imagery, you know what I mean? And like I love the cover for fucking We've Been After Each Other of like the two deers kind of looking at each other, because it really sounds like that, you know what I mean? Like yeah, like I live in suburban Ontario. I have access to a lot of forests around me. I live right on a ravine. This album is like fucking perfect to just like walk through the snowy woods to, and just kind of like not disassociate per se, but you know what I mean? Like kind of just like like aimlessly wander for a bit and just kind of think about life and meditate and all that shit. It's fucking crazy, man. So that's super fucking ill, and especially with like turning the cat. That's fuck yeah, dude.
Very deer in the woods.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, very deer in the woods. Which is weird because I think that we did like I forget like how our conversations went after From Here Out There. Like we knew we were going to make another project, and like we talked, I think, vaguely about like what we wanted to go with it. So like the way it came together was super natural, but like I always pictured if that cover was blue, I always pictured this album was going to be very like green, like very like earthy. And it somehow ended up being a little bit more winter and like white, which worked out really well. But it's interesting to hear that, because in my head I always had like this woodsy like green autumn fall.
To me, it's like when it starts to get colder outside. You know what I mean? Like first snowfall kind of vibe. There's still some like leaves, you know, falling off the trees. Yeah. I feel that. Word. Oh man, that's fucking sick. Sorry, I got so geeked for this shit, bro. Like it's yes, dude.
Let me just say, shout out Bird Melt for all the art.
Shout out Bird Melt.
Everything.
Yes, 100%.
I was gonna say they gave us like 6 covers. I'm pretty sure,
That's
Yeah.
hard as fuck, actually.
Yeah,
That's so
they're
sick.
great. So we
Yeah,
had to squeeze that in there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
totally.
Bird Melt. Yeah, I had been following them on Twitter for a while.
Mhm.
And I remember they posted some art that I when we were talking about like what we thought the cover could look like, I just remember like having it in the back of my head, and then we
Mhm.
reached out. And
You said it as a cover on Untitled. I think that was like really good for helping keep us focused on the sound.
oh
Do you
yeah,
remember
I
that?
wonder
Yeah,
what
you
that
had it.
originally was.
It was like the kite in the window.
That's hard.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
100%. Yeah,
that was
that's
yeah,
I had just screen grabbed it from there.
yeah. We just stole it just to keep
Blatantly.
focus. We knew we wouldn't drop it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're like, we know this is what it needs to look like. But yeah, shout out Bird Melt. That's a good call out.
Totally. Yeah, that's fucking sick, man. And like the whole aesthetics of the thing, like the visuals, the sound, everything, it's once again, like speaking on the cohesion, it makes so much fucking sense. Like even down to the title, like we've been after each other feels just like fucking yearning and like putting your soul like it's crazy. So question on that as well, what does the title mean to the both of you guys?
He came up with it, so
Word,
nothing.
okay.
you nothing. Just straight into the ether.
Bro, I think I could if I type in the title in our Discord DMs, I could probably find it. I think it was almost that, and then I was like, "Well, if we edit, like, I think I literally changed like 2 words off of his idea, and I was like, it."
Yeah,
I don't know. I find that the ideas come first,
Mhm.
kind of subconsciously, and then you kind of just figure it out as you go, which is, I guess, kind of what the album sounds like that. But yeah, I mean, I don't really try to overthink where it's coming from. I just kind of go with it. And I think you're the same way.
yeah, 100%. But I would say he's blessed with titles. Like I feel like
Shit.
he's just like it just sounds good. Like you know what I mean? Like some things just like sound good. But we had that early. I had another
We did
stand-in
have it
title.
earlier.
I had another stand-in title, and then he said that, and it was like over. It was like
Yeah,
that's it.
yeah.
Like there's
Yeah.
no other. Like that's for sure gonna be it. And then I think that like if I want to pick it apart, because I do think that like sometimes meaning shows itself a little bit later on, and we had that early. And the reason I point that out is like I kind of wrote to that at times within the project. Like how can we make this more of a conscious like decision? And so there's a lot of like similar lines of like things that are looping, things that there's a lot of mention of like circles and stuff. So I really wanted like similar imagery to keep coming back to fit in with that. Where I was kind of envisioning like if we go back to like talking about that woodsy area, I'm thinking of like you're out in the woods and you're trying to like connect with somebody, and there's just like some kind of disconnect between you two.
Like a
And
blockage almost, right?
yeah, exactly. And it just worked. Like I don't know. I
Totally.
can't explain it.
Totally, yeah.
I think when we create, we'll spitball an idea and it evokes something, and then we try to develop on that and figure out, like like we'll be spitballing titles, and that doesn't sound good, that doesn't fit, and then we'll find one that fits, and then we kind of find out why. Like we try to develop on why it fit. You know what I mean?
Totally.
It's the same way, like we'll have an instrumental and we'll be like, yeah, that one like makes us feel more than the other ones I sent, and then we'll kind of dive into that as a process to develop it into a full song.
Word, yeah. That's really fucking cool. Like the whole process is just vibes. That's crazy, man.
Yeah, we figure it out as we go. Like it's literally just bullshitting, and then we're like, you know what? Like you actually said something kind of smart there. Like what?
Yeah.
Why? Why does that work?
Totally, fucking totally. Actually, I always mention the music that I make. I don't have any substantial body of work. 90% of the songs I make are me finding like an instrumental or like someone sending me a beat. I get and I hit record and I just fucking waffle for like 3 takes over, and then I pick apart the ideas and then just kind of build it from there, kind of thing. So hearing that other people are kind of on like a similar kind of mentality is really affirming to me, actually. So fuck yeah, dude. Right on.
And I think that that's often how things start. And I think that one thing that was quite different with maybe this project is as it started to show itself a little bit more, I definitely was trying to sculpt things or go into songs with like, okay, what does this still need? Or like what's missing or what could be here? And I think that that's where we're really good, or try to be really good from like a body of work perspective, because I think we're both like really album people. Like I've never really been like just like a singles person, and so like when I take a step back and think about like, okay, what is this missing, what's the sequencing like, that's where a lot of that meaning gets discovered rather than on the individual song level.
Totally.
Yeah,
Sequencing is a big thing for us, for sure.
Super. You can tell as well, because there is like a cohesive like through line throughout both your records, all things considered. Yeah, right on. Because like let me look at the runs. Let me look at the track runs actually. Like you got a few little interludes in here, you know what I mean? Like that first 5-track run, music for in between, and then it goes into that like other kind of run. Yeah, that's fucking sick actually. And like kudos to you both for being that big on like this, like the whole body of work, as opposed to just like having a few fucking bangers here and there, you know what I mean? Yeah, totally.
Thank you. Yeah.
So coming to how this album kind of came together, obviously you both are familiar with each other work-wise, having an entire album out before. Did this album kind of start where you knew you wanted to create a whole other body of work together, or was it kind of just a few songs you had and then you were like, oh shit, we can turn this into a record kind of thing?
Yeah, I'll
Go.
speak to it first, just because I think that I remember we talked about it a little bit last time for sort of a little bit of context, and then Vaygrnt can chime in. But our first project, again, like we said earlier, we met like via Discord, and basically he sent a beat pack, and I just like took it way more seriously than I think he anticipated. So like that ended up sculpting that project. But this one was different because we had done something, and I feel like we both knew like, okay, what do we do next? And so there was just a lot more of like a conscious effort where I feel like he knew what I sounded good on. Like I knew what he was going to be like providing and like making. And so just from the onset, like I think the way that we approached it was a little bit different than last time.
Yeah, totally. Because I'd imagine, sorry, please.
I was going to say, I think that I'm pretty sure we were talking about the next project as From Here Out There was coming out, because we were done with it at that point. And I remember we were getting, this is good, it's just too short. It's just too short, you know?
Yeah.
And shit like that. And so we really wanted to make a full project, not just because people were saying that, I'm kind of fucking around, but like we wanted to make a full project. And at one point, we had an album going that was at least 6 tracks that I don't think any of them are on this album. Like we had like you remember like Purity Shell, Tin, like shit like that. We have a bunch of songs, and then we were going with that, and then we were like, I don't know, they kind of just fizzled out. And we felt like a new album just developed over it.
It really is true. So like I would say like a year ago, a good 60-70% was done. Like I remember listening to it like vividly back when I was visiting my family for Christmas. Like I remember that, and that was like a year ago. Shout out to Tom. And then we made a few more in 2025, in the beginning of 2025, and it kind of reshaped the album a bit, I think. And then the final track was done back in June, I want to say, because there was a world where we were going to try to get this out in like, I think in our heads, we always kind of wanted it out last year, but which is crazy because we had so many songs, because we usually just make a bunch and then whittle it down. But then just like when we got in the mixing process, it took a little bit longer. Like we wanted to do a few different additional things. And then we were just like, it was like October, and we're like, I don't want to rush this out. Like, let's just.
Yeah, like we were actually kind of liking it at one point.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. It's fucking wild because hearing that process of just having like a crazy big body of work and then whittling it down really does speak to the polish on the album as well, where it really does feel like every single track, every single sound is like remarkably intentional, right? And yeah,
Thanks.
That's fucking crazy, man.
There's happy accidents for sure, but yeah,
totally, man. I mean, any creative process is bound to have like some random shit that pops off that turns out being crazy, right? Yeah. Would you say the workflow kind of changed between the two records? Like, or is it still just same shit, kind of just sending demos back and forth and then it building from there?
I think we just got better at that. Yeah. From the first one. I think we just knew what to do more.
Absolutely. Like being more familiar with each other's sounds and what
Yeah.
y'all are
Yeah.
kind of on. Like I'd imagine it's like a unspoken kind of word. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I this is a stupid fucking question, I feel, but when it comes to a lot of like producer rapper like duos, for lack of a better term, I feel like trust is one of the biggest things that you kind of have to have, like knowing that the both of you are going to deliver on like the collective vision. And I could imagine that the both of you trust each other to deliver in that sense.
Yeah. I think so.
Totally.
He doesn't ever miss.
Yeah.
And then he
type
tells
shit.
me when I miss, but he doesn't ever miss.
Right.
I mean, I don't know. I don't agree with that. I think I've sent a few misses, but we definitely, because I'll make a song and I'll be like, oh, this is going on my album. You know what I mean? And they'll
Type
say with it
shit.
for a week. I'm like, this is a Crops beat. Like, I know he's got to be on it.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I remember when I made Motion Still. I'm like, oh, this is my song. You know what I mean? And I was like, nah, it needs them. Like, you know, like it needs to be that way. It's not a solo track.
Totally, yeah.
Which is nice. I think um yeah, I think because we make a lot, I think that there's some that just stick, you know?
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
like
Mhm.
it's like almost just like a natural selection that happens throughout it. That's really it,
Yeah.
honestly.
Type shit.
Yeah.
It's fucking wild, man, because it really goes to speak on kind of how well y'all fit each other's sound. You know what I mean? Like I'm pretty well familiar with a lot of your work, Crops, just because, you know, I first heard you with Long Light Derecho, the Steel Tip Dove joint, which is like a fucking crazy record, you know what I mean? And then as this was coming out, I got more familiar with you, Vagrant, and like it just makes so much sense that you guys work together and make music together, because like yes, you're doing some different shit, but it just makes sense, you know what I mean? It's like some fucking Dragon Ball Z fusion shit, bro. Like it's wild, man. It's fucking wild. Yeah, it's sick. Getting into the sound a little bit of the record, the production and mixing has this like ambient, analog, folksy, almost like psychedelic at time kind of feel, which I think is pretty in line for the music that you make, Vagrant. Um, and the raps as well have this like introspective, meditated kind of like the album does feel like a meditation of sorts, right? So I kind of want to know during the process of this album where you guys were kind of pulling the sounds from.
Do you have anything to say on that, or do you want me to go?
You go and then I'll think of something. Unless you,
I mean, well, no, because he said like the like analog folksy feel, and it's literally all that. Like that's every. I was gonna say that's 90% of my music right there, and then I sample a lot on FL. And I think it really is just. I don't know. I think that's just what I like, and I you know, like I think, and I think music time to me is like. I don't want to say it's like gaming per se, but it's a relaxing thing. You know what I mean? Like I go on to like, you know, it's my personal time. So I guess it could be meditative in that way. Yeah, like there's a lot of like meditative. Like I'm chilling, just cooking.
Yeah, doing your thing, kind of.
Yeah.
That was corny as fuck, but like expressing your soul, right?
Yeah.
Totally.
That was
For
me,
me-
Courtney. No, not me. What?
But I've been saying for fucking years now, we need to get rid of nonchalance and become more corny and be true to ourselves. You know?
I'm as lame and as white as it comes to music, bro. Like,
Yeah, I think that's where actually that's an apt like thing to say. And speaking, because I want to just speak to what I know. Like I think that's what makes rap such a cool like vehicle for storytelling. There's a lot of space to say a lot, and it's personal a lot of times. What I think that I learned through working with Vagrant even a while ago, which was like really eye opening for me as like making just music in general, is that I think I used to, like, years ago. I've been making music for a bit of time, but I feel like a long time ago, I would get a beat from somebody and I would try to fill up as much space as possible. Like I was like, that's the role of the rapper. Like the producer is gonna give a beat and then the rapper is gonna fill up the entire 3 minutes with
Yeah,
everything. And I
yeah,
think that what I learned through working with him is like get out of the way a lot of the
totally.
times. And I think that that's what I try. I think I did that a lot on this project where
Yes.
like I was totally cool with like, okay, it's a verse and then that's it. Like
Mhm.
it doesn't need anything more. Like I think by making a lot of songs, like learning how to like craft the actual song rather than just like rapping. If I don't know if I'm just kind of rambling at this point,
No,
but
I know
that's
it's
something
yeah.
I learned through
Yeah.
working with him. Yeah, I can vividly remember one of the songs on our first project where like I had additional verses and he's like, "Nah, let's just cut that and do like a beat switch." And I was like,
Or
it was kind of like
Yeah,
eye
that
opening.
was I remember that.
Yeah, my phone's recommended photos and
Yeah.
like, um, I try to think about that. Like, when can I do that more? You know,
Mhm,
like when can
mhm.
I step away more? And I think that sometimes that helps your writing too, because you can
Yes.
say more with less, and you
Yeah,
don't need to fill up so much space. And so, speaking to the sound of like the writing to it, I think that was important for me on this album for sure.
totally. Because there's so many parts of it where like you'll have like a 16 or like an 8, and then it's just like a nice ambient instrumental break where it makes the words feel more intentional almost, and how everything you're saying is more like, what's the word I'm looking for? It just hits harder. You know what I mean? Like when there isn't that much going on, it really does feel like I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna let it soak in a little bit, I'm gonna let it marinate, and then you know what I mean. The rest of the song does its thing. Like I know it was one of the singles, but one of my favorite joints on there is Humtree Shelter. And there's so many points on it that just kind of are riding and just kind of free. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
It's
just think dynamics are so important for an album experience. Like you're gonna if something keeps sounding the same or doing the same thing, like if the rapper just keeps going, or if
mhm,
the instrumental is 5 minutes, you know what I mean? And it's just
mhm,
like both can overdo it a lot. You know what I
mhm.
mean? And it gets stale and you just don't finish the album.
Totally.
And I
Totally.
find like I'll be listening to my like the project as we're working on it, just like while I'm smoking because I'm into it. Like I'll just like
Mhm,
before bed. And there'll be points where like while we were working on it, I just like pause it. And I'm like, I keep pausing at that part. Like it gets boring here.
mhm,
And
mhm,
I feel like that's a lot of like our whittling process. You know what I mean? Like
mhm, mhm.
Yeah,
Man,
and I think that
gotta be dynamic.
and it's song by song, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I think what am I trying to say? Like for example, We Used to Dance is a
mhm.
lot of words. Like
Yeah.
I think that's the song I probably have like the most writing on. And so I think like having that juxtaposition of like, hey, there's a song like Overgrown where it's like it might even be just 8 bars
Mhm,
of writing up against a song that has like 3 minutes of like two long verses, a more like wordy hook. Like
mhm,
having
mhm.
space for both of those um gives you like permission to not feel like you have to do so much on every song. You know what I
Totally.
mean? You can listen to what the song needs and then leave it there.
Totally.
Makes you feel like
Totally.
something's happening. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you're going that's what makes an album feel like an experience versus a collection of songs, which both are fine.
Mhm,
Yeah.
But I think we're both very geared on like the movie experience, you know what I mean?
mhm,
More so like
mhm.
we're not I mean, I guess I'm not. Crops has done it more so than I have, but like I'm not great at the mixtape thing. I'm always
Mhm.
like, I want this song to flow into this song. I'm gonna sample it to make it do that. You know what I mean? Like I'm always
Totally.
overthinking shit like that.
It
You know what's
adds
weird
to it
though?
though.
Like, oh sorry, go for it.
No, I was just saying like it adds so much to the experience though. So like, fuck yeah, dude. Yeah.
Um, I'm just bringing it back to so I was listening to the By Storm yesterday, and they kind of do it like the opposite way, which is
Mhm,
interesting. Where
mhm,
like their songs are long, and like
Yeah.
there's a
Yeah.
song on there where I forget which one it is, but like it's like 7 minutes. Like the last 3 minutes are just the beat. You know,
mhm,
like that's
mhm,
really it, and it doesn't really
Mhm.
change that much. And so, like, there's even a world where both of them, like, you can approach it totally differently. You know, I
mhm.
feel like a lot of times we change things up really quickly. Like Motion Still, for example, had this little interlude in it, and we cut it out at one point. Maybe that's
Oh,
one of
word.
the ones he was talking about. Um,
Yeah.
and so it's just odd. Like, you know, every project, every song can be quite different. I think. Yeah.
Mhm. Totally, totally. And like it's funny you mentioned the By Storm. There was a point, I think it's on the closer, where the beat is riding and then it just fucking abruptly ends and then starts right back up. And I feel that kind of in the same line of thinking of having the album be an experience. It's just like a different flip on the same kind of vibe. And like I'm the type of dude, I'm a fucking theater kid at heart. I love shit that, like, you know what I mean, kind of flows into each other and has that cohesion. So yeah. You guys are like answering my questions before I even ask them. It's fucking brilliant. I love it, man.
I will say, just because we're on the By Storm thing, when I was getting into making music, one of the biggest albums for me, like one of the ones that I tried to rip off so much, was By the Time I Get to Phoenix.
Yeah.
I was rocked to my fucking core by that album. I thought that
Oh,
shit was unbelievable. I still think it is. I think it's one of the best experimental projects out there.
I can agree with that. Totally.
And
that shit
so I was gonna say, I've been trying to rip that album off for like 5 years now, however old it is, maybe 3. I don't know. I don't remember how many years it is, but
Yeah.
I saw that shit live. I saw that shit live with Arm & Hammer after, like, on the same show.
Same. I was
like, that was it for me. I was just trying to do that.
yeah, totally. That I'm never gonna forgive myself for missing that tour. If I'm being so real, fuck. Yeah, absolutely.
I think that's why I mentioned them. I think that's why I mentioned them again, because I feel like maybe, I don't want to speak for Vaygrnt, but like I see what they do, and I think that I could see us being in a similar world of like music. Like I think that when people ask what type of music I make, like I value and like really respect what those two do. So yeah.
Totally. Yeah, it's fucking crazy, man. It's so cool. Getting back into kind of the vibe and the environment, we spoke a lot on that like woodsy kind of feel to it. I just want to know, like, you pretty much have already answered it, but how intentional the minimalism and like spaciousness in the record was, where that I feel is a very like driving force in the sound, where it does have this kind of peeled back kind of approach to it, which, honest to God, I think From Here Out There kind of does the same thing, but has a little more going on. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? I think
so.
This one is very much so peeled back and like intentionally so. So I kind of want to know, was that the intent going in to make this a more like kind of minimalist experience?
It's a good question.
I definitely knew how to leave space more for him on this project. Like, a lot of times I'll tend to like overdo it for my own thing, because I'll sit on a song and a lot of it will get, the whole idea and shit will get laid down in like a day. Like, I'll just be locked in, and then I'll spend the next 2 weeks like adding details and little things. And I think sometimes I could definitely like overproduce it. So like going into this time, I definitely knew like to like chill out a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need to do everything because there's going to be a verse here. Like, I don't need a synth line and a lead and then like a guitar. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Totally.
I think even with From Here Out There, there was a little bit more of like, I think because a lot of the beats were like a beat pack or whatever, then I would rap on them, and then you'd go back in and make a lot of edits. But this time when you were thinking of like, oh, there's going to be somebody on the beat this time, it functioned a little bit differently. As far as like from the vocals, like what space they add, I don't tend to do a lot of like ad libs or any additional stuff. Like I kind of like it simple. I think maybe I'm gonna play around with that a little bit more in the future. But like generally, I don't do a lot of like, unless there's just like doubling of vocals. You know, I don't do a lot of like, I don't know, little ad libs. Like that never doesn't feel real like to me. So like I don't know. Maybe that's where some of that like minimalism comes from.
Totally, because I'm like, with a lot of the shit I listen to, I like a lot of like the experimental noisy shit. There's always just like fucking other shit going on, you know? And I think listening to this, like, so when around the time I was like really spinning this was also, I don't know if you guys are familiar with July 38. She fucking crazy. She dropped the record with PTY that is almost the opposite of this, where there's so much going on at once. And I think the minimalism kind of stuck out to me on this project, just with that as like the other thing I was mainly listening to, kind of thing. And yeah, it really is cool, because all things considered, it really is just kind of one vocal take over like a super chilled out beat, and then like occasionally a little bit of layering. And I think that adds so much to the atmosphere and so much to the vibe. So like fucking kudos once again, you know? Yeah,
Thanks.
it's sick, man.
Thank
It's
you.
sick.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, the glazing doesn't fucking stop, bro. It's just it's gonna be fucking consistent, man. Yeah. So
I think it could be
Mm.
a bit about like we both listen to a lot of like folk and indie kind of
Yeah.
folk, and a lot
Yeah.
of times those songs are just like I don't know, like a guitar and some dude singing over it.
Yeah,
You know, I
totally,
think
totally.
maybe some of that comes from there, maybe subconsciously a bit. But I know we talked a little bit about some of our influences, and I think that might be a
Yeah,
big piece to it.
totally.
Honestly,
Like this might sound crazy. This almost kind of gives me like a fleet. We mentioned a little bit for pulling the curtain back a little bit for the listeners. This is the second time we recorded this interview. The first time I was like losing my fucking mind. We like if I'm being so for real.
say technical difficulties. It was
Yeah,
technical difficulties.
Yeah.
It's technical difficulties. Yeah. We spoke a little bit about like Fleet Foxes almost, where I think this record is almost like a hip hop Fleet Foxes record. You know what I mean? Where a lot of it is just kind of like just braving the fucking world, and it's like you and the fucking clothes on your back just fucking going at it, you know? And like that's such a sick vibe for hip hop to kind of, and even then, like, can we really even call this thing like a whole hip hop record? Because like it's fucking crazy what you guys did, man. I haven't heard anything like this before. It's admirable, man. It's yeah, fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Totally.
Can I say something honestly?
Absolutely.
This is the least hip hop influenced project I've made since I started making music.
Yeah, totally. And
I
you can hear
barely listened to rap while I was working on this. Not that I just wasn't like it's not that I'm not into it anymore, but like I think because I listened to it so much because it's what got me into, like I was like Hiding Places by Billy Woods got me into music, like Mad Villainy because I was like 15. It's still a great album, but like that was the age I was getting into that stuff.
Totally.
But I really, really, really wanted to make shit that sounded like, like the Microphones or like, I don't know, I guess shit like that.
I get a little Godspeed You Black Emperor as well, low key.
That's
Like,
fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take that. They're good.
Totally. Maybe that, truth be told, my outside of hip hop bag isn't really that deep. I have very just like kind of surface level music knowledge, I guess you could say, but I can tell there's so many different sounds that you're pulling from, and like it's so cool to use those sounds in the context of a hip hop record. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's dope.
Yeah, I think we tough. Genres are just like nowadays just so hard to pin down because everybody is so genreless at this point. It almost feels like you follow for ethos and like what somebody stands for, like the type of scene. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but like a lot, like even when you go on like a related artist on like Spotify, a lot of times they can be totally unrelated. It's just like a mood or like a vibe or something like that.
Yeah.
And so I think that I don't know where we'll go next because we have some hip hop tracks that we've been like working that are like more like hip hop. I feel like
Yeah, we do have some that are a little more.
We go back and forth. We really do.
Yeah,
Like,
I think it's just at our core. So as like our
Yeah.
taste develop, like it's just what we know and like what we built off of. So like it's like not even intentional, but it's like it's always there, like present. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like even if I was influenced by everything but rap, it's always gonna have like a beat style approach to it. I guess at the end of the day.
Totally.
And I can't sing worth shit, so I can't really rap.
I mean, you get kind of melodic on the record, though.
No, I don't. If I do, it's by accident.
The hook
But,
on Anatomy Angels is like low key one of my favorite parts of it because it.
Thank you.
Yeah, it like it comes from the soul, and you can feel that shit, man. I'm starting the agenda of Crop starts to sing on.
I like rap. I like I listen to a lot of rap. I think we joked about it last time where I either listen to like white girl indie or the rap that you would imagine, which is like Navy Blue, Mary Sue, like Billy Woods. So like I don't think that'll ever go away. But I'd like to explore more. You know what I mean? Like I think that's something we haven't talked about our next project, but I think we want to experiment more.
We're actually, speaking of singing, we're working on our Cameron Winter impressions for our
Oh,
next
let's
episode.
go, baby. Let's fucking go, man.
That's a joke.
Get excited, guys.
That's
God.
nice.
They did like Geese did a cover of "Staying Alive," and I still don't know how.
Really?
To feel.
Wait,
Yeah,
I thought it was AI. Was that real?
it was real. Yeah.
I haven't heard
Hold on.
that.
I think I saw somebody quote tweet it and said, "Is this AI?" And I totally thought it was AI.
They're so funny, man. I don't think they're taking any of their popularity seriously.
Fuck no, man. It's brilliant. Like they just be talking about some bullshit on their music. I love it. I love it. We mentioned actually at the beginning, I kind of want to get into like the features / atmosphere of the record as well, because there's an elucid feature on here, which I know is like a big thing for a lot of people who might not be familiar to tap in. And I also want to speak on the Mary Sue thing that fell through. I know elucid was out here selling features for a bit. Did that happen from that kind of thing?
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
What's funny about that is, so we talked a little about like the timeline of this project. That was when it was basically wrapped up.
Yeah, it was like done.
Like it was wrapped up, and then I saw him tweet something, and it might have been June or May, and I was like, "Yo, should we hit him up?" And I was like, or Vaygrnt was like, "Yeah, why not? Like, what happens?" And then we didn't hear back for like maybe 2 months.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit,
What's funny is we had just turned in the project to Dove like
Yep.
a day before, literally like
Yeah,
48
literally.
hours or something like that, and he hits me up and I'm like, you're gotta be kidding me.
Yeah.
But yeah, nothing too like mystic about the way it happened. I saw him tweet it and I was like, there's two songs that we had in mind that we were like, he could fit on either of these. Let's just shoot the shot and see what happens.
What was the other song?
Candela.
Oh, that would have been crazy. Yeah. Okay. Right on. Sick.
Yeah. Which I'm glad. I liked what he picked, but I did have another verse on that at some point.
Yeah, that's true. I forgot about that. You did.
Yeah, which I liked that second verse actually, honestly.
Yeah, me too. I remember that.
you know what's wild about? Wait, let me pull up the lyrics because there's something wild. Like
there's something off.
No, there's something off. That's funny. Let me pull this up, the lyrics that I used to have. Because what was crazy about that feature is like he references something that was almost exactly in my original verse without ever hearing it. Like I just like when I sent it over, I just like made an additional space and sent it over.
Yeah,
and
just cut it out something, right?
Yeah, exactly. And it was like, I don't know, something about a hole in the ground or whatever.
Yeah.
The other thing that was crazy was him actually like ad-libbing or providing doubles on the second hook, where I was like,
so
crazy.
Fuck. I was so just insane. Like we got like that back, and I was like, I don't know. I've gotten some verses from other people. You know, it's a verse. You put in the verse and then it's over. But to the fact that he actually like doubled the lyrics, I was like, damn. I think he fucks with this. Like this is cool.
He made one story post about it. It was just some random picture and had that as audio. And we're like, we made it, bro.
we
were so geeked about it for this 24-hour like.
Totally, wait, where? Okay. I had said like the ground caves out from under us, and he says something about that kind of too. And then second, he mentions a telescope, and in Overgrown, I mentioned a telescope, like the song before. So I'm like, I don't know. It just the stars aligned like so well with that feature that it fits so nicely. And
he fits like a fucking glove in there as well. Like it's.
Yeah, I'm so happy with it. And shout out to Dove. I don't know because I know Dove. They're familiar in person, you know, so I know they talked about it a little bit too. So I don't know if that helped at all, but if so, shout out Dove.
I have a few homies who copped elucid features around that time as well, and it really goes to like, I'll link it to you guys after. My homie Ellis copped an elucid feature, and same kind of shit. He fucking delivered, man. Like
he's good, bro.
That's low key my goat. That's like low key my favorite MC of all time, bro.
Really
it's
good,
fucking nuts, man. Yeah, and that shit, it's so fucking cool, dude. Like, oh my god, yeah, I love it. Mary Sue.
There's also only like a small, like when we think about features, like
Mhm.
we're horrible at thinking of who to fit. Like I don't know, like we're
Yeah.
just not good at like imagining who would be there.
Yeah.
And like that one, like we never really talked about it because that, you know, obviously felt way too out of the realm of possibility. But like,
Yeah.
there's only a handful of rappers that we both would be like, yeah, we need, like,
Yeah.
so that was dope. It just felt,
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. Because even fucking From Here Out There doesn't have features, does it?
Does it have any?
No,
remember. I don't think so.
my dude Static Rez, shout out Static Rez. He
on the deluxe, right?
he got on the deluxe when we did a
Yes.
deluxe with like 4 additional tracks, and he's
Yes.
on there. But that's it, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, because he's on Out of the Woods. So, yo, wait, Out of the Woods. Wait, hold on. Whoa. Sorry, that
Yeah,
just
it
clicked.
all like it all.
I tell you, we're on the same shit constantly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck that, dude. And I know
Yeah.
there's some additional vocals from someone.
Hidayah.
Yeah.
Hidayah.
Yeah.
They're fucking crazy too. Like that shit
She's
is
really good.
She's
Yeah.
good.
Fuck it. We fucking love that.
Her and
shit.
Vagrant have an EP.
Yeah.
That you should
Okay.
check out if you haven't yet. Yeah, from last year.
Is it on your Bandcamp?
That's a good question. This is another area where me and Crops work really good.
Yeah.
I don't do any of that shit. I
Word.
can't even pretend I do. I just don't. I forget, man. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm not even logged into Bandcamp.
No, it's for sure. I think it's on Bandcamp. It's on
Yeah.
Bandcamp.
I think so. I think she was like, "Can you put it on Bandcamp?" Yeah, it is on Bandcamp.
Okay,
Yeah,
sweet. I'll dial
Go
it.
people.
yeah, as is
It's
by
cool.
Vaygrnt and
I have heard that.
Hidayah.
Wait, yeah, I have heard that. Okay, yeah, fuck yeah. And she fits like a fucking glove on this project as well. So that's just brilliant. We love that. You were supposed to get Mary Sue on here as well?
No, not really. I talked it up a little bit too much to make it a thing, but I just reached out because when we talked about like people that would fit, I remember thinking I'm a big fan of Mary Sue. I've been following Mary Sue for a while, I think.
Totally.
I'm trying to look at the project where it's like in the grass and he's like the hat and he's doing like this or something.
Yeah.
Cover. I don't know the name of it.
I couldn't tell you the name, but I know Tooth Holes is on there. Fucking yeah, that's a really good album.
For sure. It's called For Sure. It's not even a hat. I think that's just his hair. Or it is a hat. I don't know. I can't tell. Anyways, Can You Say Something is I was like, that's because I liked how short that song was, but it could have fit an additional verse, I think. Like it could have, and I think that he would have killed it. But shout out Mary Sue.
Shout out Mary Sue, man.
Shout out Mary Sue.
Voice Memos from Winter China is like low key my favorite album ever. And like it's fucked because I found it like 6 months ago. Yeah.
It's good. And that also is a wintry, like, I mean, it even says winter in the title, but like
totally.
Vibe. Yeah.
I want to touch a little bit.
Shout out Jay the Homie. Jay the Homie is the other feature.
Yes.
Real on English Ivy, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Jay the Homie is really cool. I don't even know how I got tapped into him, but he's really dope.
Type shit. Yeah. He's just the homie. It's in the name, I guess. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Stupid as fuck. I'm sorry. I do want to talk a little bit about this album coming out through Fused Arrow and Steel Tip Dub's influence on the record. He mastered the whole thing, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, right on. How did that connection kind of happen? Because I know, like, you obviously have Long Light Derecho out with him. How did you originally get tapped in with Steel Tip Dub?
We've been working together. He's been mixing my stuff since like 2021.
Oh shit, word.
I didn't even know that.
A very long time. Everything that I have dropped, he's mastered at least. Okay, wait, not 2021. I'm looking back. 2022. And I just hit him up. Like, it was way back then. I remember seeing him have credits on some other underground rap music. I was looking for somebody to mix my work, and I just reached out and was like, "Hey, would you be open to working on this?" And that was it. Like,
word, just like that.
Pretty straightforward, honestly.
Fuck yeah, dude, right on. And is this your first drop through Fused Arrow?
So the project with him was on Fused Arrow, but this is like the first, I would say. Yeah,
word.
It's the first outside of his. Yeah.
Type shit. Shout out to that as well, because like Steel Tip Dove is one of my favorite dudes doing anything right now, all things considered. Like, everything that he has his hand in has turned out to be like some of my favorite shit fucking ever, all things considered. So hearing that this was going through Fused Arrow definitely was like a oh shit kind of moment for me, and I knew that it would be fucking crazy. So fuck it. Right
He's also just like the nicest fucking dude. Like
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
always so helpful. Like when I had reached out to him or years ago, I had like 2 followers, bro. Like
Type
I was
shit.
just like reaching out, like, hey, like no big deal if no, but I really like your work. Like, you
Mhm.
know, would love your hand on this. Like, let me know. And since then, dude, he's just been such a good like mentor and helpful
yeah.
person. Like he's helped with the CDs, like all the physicals,
Yeah,
like
he's really helpful.
he's helped with
Mhm.
mastering. Like I can't say enough good things about
It's fucking
like Dove.
that's the goat, man.
He's a nice dude for real.
Shout out
Yeah.
Dove, bro. Fucking
Yeah,
shout
shout out
to
Dove, big
Shout
time.
out Dove.
I agree.
Yeah.
I don't know how to master.
Type shit, man. Type shit, man. Yeah.
Shout out. He does it really well.
Yeah. Like fucking incredibly well, man. Yeah. Fuck yeah. But I guess not wrapping up per se, but getting to relatively conclusive places. Do you each have a favorite track on the album?
It changes, but I have a range.
Yeah, right on.
You go
Right on.
first. I feel like I've talked too much. You go.
I would say if I have to just shoot off the dome, probably Motion Still,
Motion Still is
because
crazy.
I used a lot of things that I like on it,
Mhm.
and I'm not very great at guitar, so when I come up with something on guitar and it sounds halfway decent, I'm very like excited about that.
Fuck yeah, right on.
But I felt like with this album, more than anything, I really wanted to focus on song progression because
Mhm.
I personally get very tired of loops, even if it's great rapping. Like, it's just not, you know what I mean? I like dynamics in songs. So that song was, and I used like, I had some like vocoder fucking thing from, I think it's like the 90s that I like downloaded off of Google.
Yeah.
And I used that on it, and so it was like just, and like I sampled like Julie Doiron, which is I'm a big fan of. So it's like it just had a lot of things in it that I really liked.
Fuck yeah.
And it's either that or Gravel, to be
That's
honest.
crazy too.
I
Gravel's
love
so
Gravel,
fucking
yeah.
crazy
Yeah.
too. Yeah. Right on. Right on. What about yourself, Pez?
I think it's Humtree, Shelter for me.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think first of all that I think we knew we were gonna make another project, but I didn't know what it was gonna sound like, and I just remember vividly when we had that song, it felt like okay, this is
That's
where
it.
it's
Yep,
going.
I remember
Like we were
that.
like,
Yeah.
this is it. Like it was just like a moment where it's like, okay, this looks like this is legitimate, and then I don't know. We talked a little bit about how I feel like I've been trying to learn how to say less, but say the right things, and I think that track is the best example of that. Where I'm not going on too long. There's like a fucking interlude at the end.
Yeah.
Who's putting like a 40-second like kind of interlude type thing on a single? I think that's like crazy. And
It
it's
works
just like
though.
it's just like 3 tight verses. I like my lines on it. Like I don't know. I just think that song evokes like what I've been chasing for quite a bit of time. And that beat is just incredible. But
I think that one
yeah.
is the most like me and you sounding song we
Agreed.
have.
Mhm.
Like
I
I think
agree.
I think that one sounds the most like me, and it sounds the most like you. Like on the
Yeah.
yeah.
I can agree
Yeah,
with
I
that.
agree. The only thing that I don't like about that song is I don't say don't like, but so originally that was only 2 verses, and then I added the 3rd verse, which is the middle one. But because of that, I say nice twice, which just bugs the shit out of me. So I go like the colors, I go like nice blue, and then I change it up in the 2nd verse. But
Yeah.
because originally it was just those 2 verses, I used nice twice, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I couldn't come up with another adjective for sage where
Yeah.
it just like bugs the shit out of me that I have nice twice. But anyways,
For what it's worth, I didn't notice that until
I know I
you
shouldn't have said
pointed that
anything
out.
because like nobody
caught that. I've
notices this
listened
shit.
like 100
And now I
times.
say it now. Next time you're gonna hear it, you're gonna be like, "Damn, he says nice
Yeah.
twice." Like, bro, come up with some
This
new
song's
words.
ruined.
Yeah, come up with some new words. Yeah, but
Word.
I agree. I think that song just like sounds like
Yeah.
the right mesh of us too.
Dude,
so I think that's
I just went and opened the project file.
Oh, right.
So-
on, right on.
I was gonna say, yeah, this is just like looking at it, like I think that's definitely like the most like on the same page we are on the project.
Right on. I had
Yeah.
a crazy moment with that song where I'm not gonna get too into it on air, but I had some like life shit happen and like pop off right around the time the album was coming out. And I'm in Toronto. I was leaving a certain location at like fucking 2 a.m, and that song came on my walk as I was having my cigarette, and like it just hit me all at once, and I had like a fucking cathartic moment where I'm like, everything is gonna be okay, man. So like that song is so special to me, man. So special. And like, yeah.
That's
I
cool
don't
to hear.
I don't think it's the best on the album per se, but it's my favorite for sure. Yeah.
That's cool to hear. I like that
I have-
distinction actually.
Yeah.
I
totally.
have to ask, how does that work in your mind?
Like to
Best
me,
versus favorite. Like, what makes a song the best then? If it
it's
doesn't
not
make
the
your
favorite?
favorite also. Yeah.
I think best is like from a lot of it is to do with the raps for me. If the verse is the tightest, if I can break down the verse more and more, and like the raps are fucking crazy, and then the context of the instrumental, like if it progresses the most, if the loop like scratches a certain itch in my brain, like I would say the best on the record is either, honest to God, it's either Trailhead North, We Used to Dance, or
Thank
Motion
you.
Still.
Thank
Yes!
you, dude. I feel like that song has gone under the radar,
Which
and
one,
like
sorry?
I love that. So first of all,
Bro, I love that song too.
I also like I'm talking about Trailhead North. Like
Okay, yeah.
the
Yeah.
way that like that was my second actual option, because that's also what I'm talking about, where it's just like a verse, and like I think the verse is so weird. Like the album opens with "Whether I Flatten or Melt," which is just like the weird way to say it. But like what I was trying to do is like it's kind of just like a forward to the project, and like the way I envisioned this whole project is like you're in that like cabin. And that's kind of like a romanticized idea of like going and secluding yourself to make music or make something or whatever. And this is like the letter that you would find outside from somebody that's like been there. And like that I feel like that verse, just like I was so happy like with the way that worked with also Vagrant's beat, because it's that beat is insane. Like it's
I love the way that
it's
song
such
developed.
a good it's such a good, like it just sets the scene like more
It's
good
a
call
brilliant
out.
fucking opener. Like brilliant opener, man. Like, yeah, totally, dude.
Nice. What was the other one? When I heard that, I was just like,
I got so excited.
I just
Yeah,
like
people-
it just like made a lot of noise.
Yeah. The other ones, We Used to Dance or Motion Still. I think those are like sonically the most engaging to me, and like raps the most engaging to me.
Yeah.
Where I think if I were to like pull the album apart, those would be the ones that I think are like kind of, crux is the wrong word, but those are the ones I would use to like kind of sell this album to someone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. But to me, favorite is the one that impacted me the most. You know what I mean? Like, let's use Hiding Places for an example. I think the best song is SpongeBob. I think my favorite is Day, a Week, and a Year. I think SpongeBob sums up Hiding Places so fucking well. Like, it makes sense. It's the opener. To me, Day, a Week, and a Year, if I'm selling the album to someone, I'm not going to play that. You know what I mean? But that's the one that just resonates with me the most.
Yeah.
It's a cool distinction. One thing that maybe this is a peek behind the curtain too much, but we talked a little bit about like the timeline of everything. And I think that to show our progression, a lot of those, We Used to Dance, Motion Still, what was the other one? Motion Still. No. Anyways, those two were like the last ones. Like
okay.
Yeah, and so I feel like
that's true, actually.
that also shows I don't know, I just think it's interesting that because I agree. I think we've gotten better, and like those came at the very tail end of the project, which I don't know.
Right, that is kind of interesting, because I would say that those feel like the most album cuts off the album. That's a pretty fucking stupid way to describe it, but you know what I'm trying to say?
I get you, yeah.
Yeah, it feels like the most like culminative of what you guys were trying to do of the sound kind of thing. So word, right on.
Maybe that's how it happened, honestly, because maybe we had everything set up, so we were just making additional songs, and if they fit, they would fit. So we were really just focused on the songs at that point, rather than us. So maybe that's how that's actually an interesting point. Anyways,
crazy how that shit works, huh? Yeah, fuck yeah. Okay, I now guess getting into like relative wrapping up / reflection. Was there anything that you learned about each other, both creatively and personally, while making this album? That isn't too crazy to say on a recorded format?
Not really.
Yeah, not really.
Word, right on.
That
I
I
was gonna say-
want to keep making music with them. That's it.
Yeah, I was gonna say we got a good system.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, we like it. I enjoy it. You know what I mean?
I always love asking that question because it can literally go both ways, where it's like, I understand this dude with my entire being now. We're locked in. Or it's like, yeah, that's the homie. We make music. Cool. So yeah, type shit. And just operating on vibes, like it makes fucking sense, right? Yeah. And you already kind of mentioned it as well, but like with Humtree Shelter, that was kind of the song that made the whole thing click and realize you had like a whole kind of thing, right? Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, that and I would say probably Trailhead as well.
Yeah.
Because I have an instrumental for Trailhead and I show my buddies and they're like, yo, I love this one.
Mm-hmm.
And they're honest with me, you know what I mean? Like they'll tell me if they don't like something.
Totally.
And they're like, no, like I really like this one. And then I didn't have any intention of giving it to Crops, not even a little bit. I was like, this is gonna be mine. This is gonna be on my album.
Yeah.
I'm proud of this. Fuck you. You know what I mean? But that's always, I get really precious about my shit when I make it, and then I sit with it for a week or two, and I'm like, nah, this is like it'll go so good here. You know what I mean?
Totally.
So when we had Humtree and I kind of hear that one, I'm like, these have to go together. Humtree is another one I didn't want to hand over initially.
Yeah.
I get so defensive when I make them, and I'm like, nah, like this is what's gonna take it there. Yeah. And then I get the verse back. And the first time I listened to it, I'm like, I should have never done this. I listen again, I'm like, damn, I really like this. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I'm like, I have to put my ego aside and be like, yeah, wait, this is way better than it would have been.
Yeah. And I'm so glad you did, because man, like these songs are fucking crazy. Like they're crazy, man. Yeah. Fuck yeah, dude. Kind of also another meta question, but what do you want listeners of the album to take away from it? Like, if someone were to listen to it top to bottom, what's the thing that you hope they grasp from the album? I'm telling you, I ask the stupidest fucking questions.
No, I had an answer for that. I just didn't want to keep yapping.
Oh, right.
Please. You know when you see, I'm the king of yap, so go for it.
You know when you go to a movie theater and it's still daylight out and you watch a movie and you're like, damn, it's a good movie. You come out, it's dark.
Yeah.
And I want people to get that feeling the best I can do. I'm not going to deliver some life-changing fucking thing. That's not who I am. But I would love for, you to listen to the project, and then, either if you gave us the time to like actually listen, or even if you're driving the car and you listen to it, and you get home, you turn off the key, you get out the car, and you get that.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. That's my favorite thing to feel out of music. So it's like when I try to create that.
Totally. So to speak a little bit, my commute in the morning to get to work is about 50 minutes to an hour every morning, right? I will turn the album on as I'm leaving my house, and then pretty much right when I'm getting to work is when it stops. Absolutely that vibe. Like without a doubt, that vibe, man. Yeah. So mission accomplished, brother. Mission accomplished.
Thank you.
Fuck yeah.
I don't know. I really don't. Like I'm just appreciative that people are checking out anything that I have had a hand in, that either of us have made. Like I can't think of anything. I just appreciate it. Like too, it's man. Yeah. I don't know. You make music for quite a bit of time and like try to separate yourself from seeing results or whatever's going to happen. And so when people do vibe with it and like share something, like they had a moment with one of our songs, like it's cool because there's so many artists that I listen to where I have that. It's like mind blowing that somebody could do that with something.
Yeah, with our music, right? Yeah,
like it does not compute. So I appreciate it. That's just go in with an open mind and listen to the whole thing. I think it's we both talked a lot about it, but like we're both album people. Like I think of it as an experience, like a whole thing. And
totally.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to listen to songs off this album individually. I think it's at its best when it's the full cohesive body of work.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
no one's throwing
Kinda what we
crops on the
do.
ox at all.
Hey,
Ever.
man.
Same. Not
You're
gonna lie,
listening in your
same.
headphones, walking, and that's it. Like it's not going on anywhere else.
I think as is with Adea is the closest I've ever got or will get to having aux music. Because
Word.
beyond that, it's like long, it's like drawn out ambient. Like I don't know if you heard my solo project from like 2024 Sale Songs.
Yes, yes.
That shit feels like it's 2.5 hours long and it's like 40 minutes.
It's so crazy though. It's so crazy though. You know what? I'm gonna rebuttal. I shouldn't be telling this story on air. I was at a companion's house, to say the least, and I had aux permissions, and I put on Anatomy Angels, and then kind of just let the rest of the record run just on the speaker. And there was 4 people in that function. All of them fucking loved it. So it is aux music, quite frankly.
That's cool.
It
We're
is.
improving.
Cool.
Thank you.
To be fair, the 4 of us are all fucking hip hop heads and weirdos. So like, it's like maybe take that with a little grain of salt, but
Yeah.
I think it's
My parents got the CD package before I did because I wasn't home.
type shit.
And so I had to explain to them. And my mom asked me, she's like, "Oh, what kind of rap music is it?" She's like, "Is it street? Is it like poetic?" And I'm like, if you listen to it, you would have no. I was like, I don't know what the hell to tell you this shit is.
Totally.
Same. It's tough. I
was
do
gonna
that
say
same
it a
thing when
little
people
bit.
ask.
It's like it's not street, that's for sure. But when she said that, I laughed. I was like, I looked at me. I was like, "You me?"
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of people that look like you that be making that or be producing that. You know?
Yeah, but they don't have Phil Elverum or whatever on their wall.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying.
I was gonna say a little bit earlier when we were talking about like genres. Genres aren't fucking real nowadays. So like, fuck
No.
it, bro. You know?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Totally.
Yeah, they can be helpful to like point people in the right direction, but like, yeah, nowadays, no.
Yeah.
For sure. I think that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about, all things considered. Yeah.
Cool.
Anything else y'all want to? I always like giving kind of like the platform for like shout outs, whatever. Anything y'all want to say to the handful of people tapping into this?
For how much I felt like I bullshitted on this album, I can't believe people have taken away something from it. Like I opened up the Humtree project when you're talking about like that you had like a moment with it. I'm looking at this, I'm like, I sampled my own song to make this. You know what I mean? Like I felt like I was bullshitting. Like for you know what I mean? And I really like this shit means a lot to me. I just don't know what I'm doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like I really can't believe that people are taking away things from it and like the things people have said. Like I feel like they're doing it out of courtesy. You know what I mean? Like I just can't believe it.
This is completely off the strength, off the quality of the music alone that made this as special of a project that it is. So like, yes, you might be bullshitting, but like that bullshit resonates, man. For real. Yeah.
I would just well, one, thank you for letting us on here to chat. Like this was fun. This is actually the first time I've ever talked at length about primarily, I've never really chatted it up about like the meaning and like the what's behind the music really at all. And so this was a cool opportunity to do that. So thank you.
Pleasure is all mine. Pleasure is all mine.
And
for real.
I would just say, if you guys have listened, if you haven't yet and you've listened to this entire podcast, that sounds surprising. But if you've gotten all the way to the end, I hope you guys check it out. If you do, let us know what you think. Like we're very two normal ass guys. Like
we're very reachable. Like
I would love to hear like thoughts, opinions, stories. Like I appreciate that. I think that's what's cool about being like in the underground a bit is that things aren't far away. But thank you guys. It's been cool.
Most definitely. I mean, the fact that we were just fucking oomps before, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. And as for listeners of the Aux, if you haven't listened to We've Been After Each Other by cropscropscrops and Vaygrnt, what the fuck are you doing, first and foremost? Fix the fuck up. I'm looking directly at the motherfuckers watching this right now. Go and listen to this record. It is one of the coolest projects I've ever heard. Genuinely already in my album of the year talks. It's fucking crazy what you guys did on this thing. I cannot describe it. I cannot put into words how much like it's already resonated with me. I know so many people who might listen to this interview who probably haven't listened to this album yet that it's going to fucking like blow their fucking socks off, quite frankly. Yeah. And tap in with the homies, Crops and Vaygrnt. All links in the fucking description. Bandcamp, social media, fucking everything, bro. Listen to this record. Tap in with the homies. Go and listen to the other bodies of work because you guys are making special, important music. As much as you think you're bullshitting, you're not. It's fucking crazy what you guys are doing, man. Yeah.
Thank you.
Sick, man. Sick.
Thank you.
My pleasure, bro. Genuinely, the pleasure is all mine, man. The fact that I'm able to do this shit and talk to dope fucking artists is crazy, man. Yeah. I always like kind of closing out the episode, like doing my little screen shit while picking a song from the album. If there was a song that you had to pick to kind of do the outro to, which one are we picking? Hard question.
I feel like we talked a lot about Hum Tree, even if it's not really an outro song.
Yeah.
I even have. Yeah, I was gonna say. I feel like that might be it.
I think so.
Go for it.
Let's do it. Thank you guys for listening to the Aux. We appreciate y'all. Like, comment, subscribe, all that shit. Peace, love, bless. You already know what the fuck going on. I'm just gonna deafen for 30 seconds. Bear with me for a sec.
Okay, go while you.
My color was an ice blue. Long speech, disappointment. Heard the same things coming from the stream. Few rocks to catch dirt on, part of the roof.